Right, FM, alright mate, I've just got that. I've just got the filter set up what Glenn sent me. I've got some new pipe. Just giving it a trial. And as you can see, I had a big leak. I'm only the water's in the tank because I was testing how the unit would hold, and then I thought, sod it, I'll set the filter up and get that running. It's hard to wait, innit? It's hard to get something what's aquatic related and have it sit in a box, so I just stood there and not doing that with it. It's like, if you're like me, I'm sat there, I'm itching my feet, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna do it. Shouldn't be too long. I just want to get the tank cycled and established. It's true, innit? Not worse than getting something aquatic and wanting to set it up literally the moment you get it. It's real. Oh, 100%. I mean, I was very impatient when I learnt that with my shrimp. I went in head first, didn't I, and came out, jumped in a pool with no water, basically. So, lesson was learned on that. A very expensive lesson, shall we say. But now I just wanted to see. Are you uploading? Good. I'll check it out when I'm done. Oh, the leak. I never put the, do you know the, where the pipes, the inlet and the outlet go, on the Biomaster? You have to turn it and then lock it in place. Well, I turned it, locked it in place, but I didn't realise it was on a slant and one of the things wasn't in the slot. I put it on and I thought, oh, it's working, and then I looked down and then I was like, oh, the MDF looks wet. I've washed the carpet, by the way. Luckily enough, I've got a wet and dry, so I got it up straight away. I usually have mats down, but I left them out to dry and it rained and they're wet again. I have like water absorption mats. You've got to have, yeah, 100%. It's not only that. If you're redoing a scape and you want to take all the sludge and all the crap out the bottom of the tank, rather than scooping it, just pop your little wet dry over in there and suck it all up clean and done. It's made my life so much easier when it comes to doing tanks out and that. I only paid. I got it off Amazon. It was a new cheap one. It was £70. But I tell you what, it's the most powerful over you'll ever get. Well, for suction, I mean. How big is it? Smaller than that. It comes to about here. Not that big. It's not a big monster unit. Gosh, why didn't I just show you? Oh, that's my wet and dry. Just a cheap generic one, but it really does do the trick. It's that good I even took water out of the tank. Yeah, all the dregs, all the bits of sand, you know, what I'd end up scratching if you was wiping. It is one of them things, if you've got a fish room, it's a must have, 100% definitely. Even if you get spills, the best way to get a spill up is with one of them. Because I'll tell you now, it does happen. I never thought I'd get leaks or overflows. But I have. Hello, fish fam. So I'm just testing it out, and then I'm just going round all the like these to check they're not all leaking and stuff. But it doesn't look like it. What pipe? Oh, this water filling up. It goes to my hard water butt. So any tank I need to fill up, if I've got water in my butt, I just turn the tap, fix it in place, and fill up. Oh. Don't look ace to me yet, FM. It will once it's got a bit of hardscaping, even if it's not fishes. But the hardscape for it's not going to be cheap. Because the piece of wood I want about 80 centimetres, maybe a metre. And I'm going to buy the best I can get, basically. And then I've got to sink it. So we shall see. Manzanita or Mapani. If I can get a big Mapani. Good day, fishy on. We'll come in. Also, I've just found out the nitro lights are quite waterproof because my nitro light fell in the water and it was in there for about 10 minutes and I didn't even realise, and silly Rob didn't unplug it, pulled it straight out and didn't think. Softwood or hardwood. Hardwood. But no, I'm just getting things in track. As I say, I bought two of these. I bought two of these thinking I'd need both. And then I'm like, what can I do? I keep it for spare, or do I use it for water siphoning? It's also got to be some sort of wood what doesn't bleach tons and tons. Where I know Malaysian bogwood, that's real bad for it. Even though it sinks, you get loads of tannins off that. Yeah, it basically, I didn't. It come with this. It come with this, and it's quite stiff and old. So I didn't want to use it. I wanted fresh. So I went with the Aheim because it lasts a lifetime. But it's also a good idea to every so often change your inlet and your outlet pipes on a canister filter anyways, because they go like this. and get full of gunk. For the size, for the size it is, though, this, I expected it to give a bit more oomph. But I suppose that's plenty. I don't really want it overly agitated because it's going to have discus in it anyways. I filled it full of hyperpore media and biohome media. And I like the fact on this Oase Biomaster, it's got a built-in heater and it's got a pre-filter, so rather than cleaning your filter out fully all the time, you just do your pre-filter once a month. You only have to do it about twice a year. I don't like the duckbills. I prefer water agitation. That's just, as you can see. I have got the stainless steel lily pipes coming. Now I don't really want tons of flow with it being discus. They get swept all over. I could fit a power head in, I suppose, of some sort. Oh yeah. I've never really used it. I've never really used wave makers. I have spare power heads. I'll bang like a little grill section on it so it doesn't suck anything up, and just pop that into just to spin the water basically. Hi Dane. Hi Christine. Welcome in. Just adding some more water to it. See how it goes now. But I like the fact it's got no heater in it because the heater's built into the canister. How are we, guys? Yeah, no worries, FM. You take care, mate. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, you take care, mate. Got filters to do, I'm all done. I'm literally all done, Dean. Although I do 2 water changes a week, so I'm about 3 days in front, so I'm like, do I do it now? I've even cleaned the glass, inside and outside. I did that this morning. I did a case of clean it like Craig. No worries, Christine. Have a good day. How are you, Dean? So you're not good. Got fillers to do. Gotta be done though, innit? Scooby-Doo. 3,500 litre. That's some unit, that. Is that the fish pond? I'm trying to work on my wife now to let me have a big tank downstairs. I've planted the seed in a red. Now I just need to put my plan into action. Oh, one of the tanks. That's a big tank. What is it? A tub? A bathtub? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you should always over-filter a tank. It's kind of really messy. It's not my favourite job, cleaning filters. In fact, I'd probably say it's my least favourite job. But gotta be done on it. Tank cost 1,300 and got an 8,000. Yeah, I overfilter all my tanks. Whatever that tank is, I tend to go about 2 to 3 times the litres be overturned, basically, just for that reason. Alright, I'm changing water in the background. Yeah, you can. The old new pond syndrome. My brother-in-law had it. I sorted his pond out for him. Changed all his filtration over, and we got some beneficial bacteria and stuff, and all my sponge filters I cleaned in a bucket, and that water I took for his pond. Hey Marie, you alright? Got a new tank, Marie, for discus. I had Glenn visit me, GB Shrimp, and I did a trade. I got this Biomaster 300 for some shrimp in cash. So I've built a stand. I've got a door. I've got a door to put on it and put an handle to make it simpler. Yeah. All right. So I'm just testing the filter out. And yeah, it leaked. I didn't put the seal properly. Pissed water everywhere. Fucking fuming. Oh, 1 second, guys. Oh, from Sweet got some fish from Swell. Swell as in Swell Reptiles. I didn't know they did fish as well. I used to get a lot of my stuff from Swell. And I used to keep snakes and lizards. No problem, mate. You work away. That's fine. Enjoy your work, whatever it is you're doing. Welcome in, mate. Woody. So yeah, I had GB Shrimp yesterday. Did a bit of a trade off. He took all my isopods. Well, most of them. If you're wondering why you can hear water in the background, it's because I'm actually changing water. Now I'm seeing the real power of that pump. You know that feeling when you put something down and you forget where you put it? Yeah, that. Oops, sorry. Working on a few things, getting my 3D print set up for the day, all my machines. I have a few emails to send out to work, details of future projects I'm going for my channel. Nice. Sounds like you've got plans in action. You got anything new, Marie? Oh dear. I think it's just, you know what, I just think it's part of the hobby because even I do it because the other day one of them was dead. And what else was it? Oh, one of my Kung Win Sea. Fish have been found in and out of the blue, just died. Never nice though. Wow. I knew killifish could be a little aggressive, but I didn't think they'd go for tetras and do Corridorus in as well. Wow. Lesson learnt, Marie. Is the best way. Oh, you've been fish shopping? Good. So a bit of everything, J-Rock. Oh, right, okay. Now that makes sense. Not good, that. So whatever the killifish had got onto the tetras and the curries. Nor do I, but if I was to get new fishing, I do have access to set a quarantine tank up, for instance, or move something to set another tank up as a quarantine hospital tank, which I was going to do with my discus, but then when I get my discus, there's going to be the first fish going in the tank, so I thought, well, what's the point? Now, if there was already fish in there, then I would definitely quarantine them. I've done it, Marie. I bought years ago. I bought 6 lovely guppies. I made a big tank in my kitchen. Put the guppies in. First week went by, I noticed a little bit of fluffy stuff on one of the guppies. And within the space of, I'd say, about 3 days, all my fish was dead. So I went to the shop and he said, oh, the first thing he said, bring in a sample of your water and I'll test it. So me being me, I already had my water results in my pocket with the colour chart. I was like, oh, what, you mean these? And he ended up giving me my money back on the fish what I paid for, not the ones that I lost, obviously, because I won't leave in that shop without it. I never use other tank water, it's just principle for me. I always have a bucket and I'll pour it into a net once it's acclimated, or I'll pick it out by hand. Yeah, at the end of the day, if you read this from a book as opposed to, unfortunately, it happening, you learn better this way. As sad as that sounds, some mistakes are the best ways of learning. Yeah, that's the frustrating side of it. They're being literally pissed off and frustrated with yourself, like, why did I do that? It'll now, what you'll find I mean, it took something like that for me to stop being a not bad practice, but laziness, I guess. Well, not even laziness. It's more impatient. You want to have the fish in there and then, don't you? But we definitely live and learn. We did it on a live stream. Ah. Yeah, it's a surface way, really. It's better for your peace of mind as well. As rubbish as it is waiting, drip, 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 drip. Yeah, this is it. When you've not got the space, it's hard to it's hard to have a quarantine tank. And like Marie, she's in rented accommodation, so she won't want to overdo it with tanks because if the landlord says no, you can't have them. Luckily, I got permission, and if I didn't get permission, we'd owe Debs. If I didn't get permission, I'd have still done it. But you were certainly do, Debs. Quarantining is only doable if you're putting fish into a tank with already established fish. If it was a fish going in and nothing call, then I would do. Alright, Shane, hope you well. Then I would, you know. If you can hear water in the back, it's that. Just testing the pump out what I got off Glen, the filter. Okay, Marie, drive safe. I know all about back pain now, I've got chronic. That's what I take my morphine for. Horrible back pain. Severe back pain. It's almost as worse pain-wise as toothache. Nothing worse than a bad back. I sympathise with anyone with a bad back because I know it feels. I think she's just driving at the moment. Yeah, she's driving. Do you like these I've got made? Little pin badges. Because I'm a geek. Austria, not nice. How's everybody's day been? Or going? One second. I'm just filling that tank up with arrow water. Oh dear. If it's that shit, yeah. Bless you. Tomorrow could be a better day. That's how I always try and see it. That being said, I'm always a miserable shit. So I've been doing some odd jobs around the house and set my brine hatchery back up. I did my waters. I washed the carpet because I had a flood. I didn't put the seal on the canister filter. I didn't the in and inlet and outlet. It was on a slant. So when I put the current on, it's fucking pissed out everywhere. Luckily, I had a wet dry over. One day it's gonna get bad. So I thought, oh, I've got that filter off Glen, but it didn't. It only had one pipe, so I bought the better. It's more rigid. I've got the Aheim stuff because I like it. It lasts way longer. My soil ready for me discus tank. Although it says shrimp soil, you can still use it. It does the same thing for plants. It was actually designed for plants in the first place. I just need to find a piece of wood anywhere from 65 to 80 centimetres. So I looked online and there's no one there's one person stocking them, but I ain't paying the delivery what it is for a piece of wood. I'd rather drive 2 hours with petrol and collect it myself. Which type of discus? Because if it's some kinds, £45 cheap. That's good, that. Hello, Rebecca. Welcome in. Hope you're well. Yeah, you've got to. But Rebecca, I listen to you when it comes to the discus thing. It's alright buying them free from here. But what is it you get by the time? Oh, I remember just this discus. I'll probably go to Wharf and see what they've got. I know they've got some wild caught discus in, but do I want to go there? I paid £50 for my female Asian. She could put hand size. Bloody hell. And hand size as well. That's. Yeah, they do. They do. After you buy 2, I think it's. Wharf tend to do lots of things in trios. You don't tend to see pairs. That's the only thing. So if you want 2 fish, you tend to have to buy 3 fish. Just to get a little bit of discount. Yeah, man, it's mine too. But I want to get it. If this tank takes me 10 weeks just to even get right before I even have fish, I'll test the shit out of it. I want to know the water, what the discus are coming from, because I ain't paying what you have to pay for it just to keel over and die, and then me being like, what's the point? Oh wow. Red covers as well. Got a bit of a steal there. I thought you was Maidenhead. Seven or 8 weeks old. I don't know if I want to go down the route of too small. I want like slightly grown on, but not full potential. I want to do some of the work, obviously. From Swell, I don't know how Swell. I didn't even know Swell was into. I know they delved into the few of the products. But I remember Swell from my reptile days. Oh, fuck off. I think I might go back to bed. Swell, yeah, Swell was big business even back in 2009 when I was. Yeah, I think that's my option, Rebecca. I think I need it for my own peace of mind. I want to see what that fish literally looks like. If it was a live auction, for instance, and it was that fish, maybe, but if I'm going to pay out a little bit more, I want it right. I want what I want, not what they give you. Definite trip to a shop. In about 2 months' time, I reckon. Well, I can look on Wolf's site to see what they've got in, but by the time I've looked now what they've got in, by the time I'm going 2 months, it'll be very different fish. Because they sell fish like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, definitely a road trip is in order. We're coming down south soon as well. So if any of you know any shops down south, I'll give you the route when we know the route. I like it because it's a day out for me as well. I love a good shopping trip. Unfortunately, I'm a bit of a spendaholic. I don't think I've ever spent under 400 quid in Wharf either. Bad that, innit? Has anyone used Emston Aquatics? I've heard good things about them. Looked at 2 and bought 4. It's easy done. So I've heard, Rebecca, doing the Northwest trip, because right now at the moment you got Premier, Finest Aquatics, Emston, there's loads up the Northwest. Pierre. When I go in a fish store, I look out for certain things as well. That's just a bit of the geek in me. I like to know people do things. Which universities you go to, Rebecca? You live in Bristol but travel to Salisbury. It is good travelling out of town. My city just has a generic fish shop that sells the basic stuff, and it's always the same fish. It's been running since 1974, and it's still running now, and I don't know how. But it's like a shop downstairs and like an house converted sort of thing. The fact that they own the property, and obviously they've paid the mortgage off and whatnot. Acres Aquatics and Meaden and Wilton are really good. Thank you, I'll write them down. See, that's what I want right now. We don't have that. And I'm looking for scaping stuff for that tank. I don't mind paying extra for some decent wood and stuff. fish food down and I don't know where the fuck I've put it. I'm losing my fucking marbles. Found it. Fucking dickhead is right in front of me. Rob's stupid. Alright mate, take care. I've got Dave from Horizon Fish Keeping, hopefully coming up next week, coming through. Did GB Shrimpy here yesterday doing some videos. Been a bit of a mad one really. No worries at all, Rebecca. Don't worry about it. You get done what you need to do. Don't worry about me. Although when you guys don't talk, I tend to talk to myself. Alright, Mickey. You take care, friend. I'm just getting some fishes fed. It's quite easy, Mickey. I use the same system. It's quite easy. It's really effective as well. Still have you got it in the background? I do. Oh, you have me on in the back. Alright, mate, no problem. Do you want me to sing you a song? Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Anybody want 40 bruschetta? I am going to have to go in and take some fish out. There's another three clutches of eggs. I like the way the dad bosses them all around. Keeps them in track. Pissing out. Oh. Doesn't work for me, Shane. I've got prescribed some chili cream. It has the effect like DP, but it gets in your skin. That works for me. Yeah, Voltarol don't touch the sides. Depends what kind of pain it is. Is it muscular? Is it neuropathy? Neurological, what it's called. Two, three, four, five, six. Oh shit, light goes in the water. Fuck's sake. Oops. Live on YouTube. Got you to feed. Yeah, this is why, to be honest, it's half the reason why, although this tank looks big, Shane, it's not. It's just long and it's short, so the footprint's big, but it's not a big tank. Otherwise, I can't deal with big tanks with my back. That's why I have my water bucket and other things on wheels, so I don't have to like bend down really or lift like I used to, because I was having to carry two 25-litre buckets of water up and down the stairs in the beginning, and it was like, fuck that. When I have really bad backs, I either go for a really warm shower or a cooler bath. A warm shower tends to help me, relaxes me, or then I just take a muscle relaxant and I'm out of it. But yeah, I hope it works for you. Voltarol works for my mum. She swears by the stuff. There's Mama Leeway. a Nigerian species of Crebensis, female. Yeah, that smell, yeah. You walk in my mum's, Shane, my mum's smells like either DP or Voltarol. I can totally relate to that. No matter what day it is, if I've gone 10 days later or 2 days later, it always smells like Voltarol. Or DP, whatever it is she uses. Just got to keep going, mate. As shit as it sounds. Because if you don't, it can start creeping in on your mental health. I know, because I was that person. When I had my accident, I went really south quick. Fast. That big black hole got real deep. A wiggle wabbit. There's a normal Crebensis. Food right next to him and he won't even eat. Yeah, that's why I said to Glenn with his bad back, yeah, a bone guy, like a bone specialist of like 25 years, always said to me, the best way to relieve back pain is to walk. But I don't like walking. I try not to sit around. I try to keep going because if I do like that, I'll seize up. I mean, if you'd just seen GB Shrimp here yesterday, I felt real sorry for Glenn. Bad backs and issues and all that, what comes with it, are no joke. Life changing. Growing up now, these little Kiplii, Julie de Chromas, getting brave. I just love this food. If anyone's got fish and uses, sorry, this one. Yeah, definitely does. It's like when they tell you to when you've got a bad back and they tell you to go lay down and rest. Sometimes it's the worst thing you can do. I remember doing it one day, feeling pain, and the next day I couldn't move. I had to get my partner to come home from work to get me out of bed. Really? Well, whatever it's got in it, Rebecca, it's working for my fish. Because all these was raised on it. It's a fact. I can do this with it. This is why I like it. As much as if you want to keep it solid like that, or you just get one, squeeze it and turn it into a powder. If there's drugs in it, I might try it myself, shall I? See if I go all funny. Most of the food these get though are live foods. I rotate my live foods as well. I don't feed bloodworm. I'm not a fan of bloodworm. If it smells like it, if it tastes like it smells, fuck that. It stinks. It smells like fucking, yeah. I ain't even gonna say. Won't surprise me if it didn't have it in the olden days though, when rules and regs was very different. That won't surprise me. There's Daddy with his little babbies. Well, they're not so little anymore. They're about 1.5 centimetres. I think they're breeding again. It looks like it. Because they're shifting the sand. Rebecca, do you think Julie De Chroma's transcript would go okay with Julie De Chroma's Kiplii? Answer me this question. With them both being Julie De Chroma's, could they interbreed? Because I'm thinking of putting them all in my this big tank. This big tank. Because there's only 3 fish in there. Hybrid, yeah, I don't want to do that. That's no then. With them being both being Julie De Chromis, I'd have thought as such. Yeah, I tend to let my egg layers go on like fish like that. I try to get them to go on slate so then I can actually remove the slate. I do that with the epistogrammas. Although I don't have epistogrammas now, but that's what I used to do. Same with gem rams. Put the slate underneath the hard, lay the eggs on the hard, pull the hard out and then take the slate away. Pop it in a tank with a bit of meth blue. And then just wait. Yeah, it's why it's always good to have a spare tank. It's like they say, you get one tank, there's no such thing. You've always got to have another tank for just in case. But having a spare tank is a godsend. For instance, that's why these are in these tanks, because they used to be in there and the Brashadi kicked the shit out of them, so this was for fry. These was all supposed to be fry tanks. That's got an albino Julie De Chromis and a normal Julie De Chromis Brashadi, sorry. And all the babies are normal. Excuse me. Woo! Just looking at the flow on some of my filters, I think some need cleaning out. Good morning, George. How are you? Peace of mind, I'm just checking my filter. all running lovely. All running lovely jubbly. Doing good, that's what I like to hear. Always the best way to start a day, when you're doing good. I've got some shrimp to pack and post, and some pothos to send. But I think I'll wait till Monday now. I don't like posting to the end of the week in case it gets stuck. It's only shrimp I'm doing, by the way, not fish. I don't post. I don't agree with fish through the post, like some people do. I've worked for the postal service as a sorter. I know exactly how parcels end up, regardless of them saying fragile, live shrimp in it or live planks. No worries, George. Trying to avoid the fry getting eaten. And someone said to me, why don't I put some synodontis in with them? I was tempted. It is an option for some. But then these evil little bastards, I won't even trust any fish with them. Might look all innocent. I did have 6, and they destroyed 3. Yeah, they're a majestic fish. But yeah, would you personally have synodontis with this fry in there? Because I would like something different to look at. It might make me change my mind about letting them go. Fucking don't know it. Especially these little shellies. Them golden ocellatus, the Lamprologus golden ocellatus, the gold ocellatus, them. Kills fucking cichlids, isn't it? Lucipinnis. Isn't it mad how that the name sounds similar to Lucipinnis sounds named too, similar to Ornitopinnis. There's got to be some link there. I might look at that actually. I might have a look. I don't mind them eating some fry. But would the adult pair of Brashadi have a go with it? Or is it too mighty for that? Similar, right, that makes sense. because the ornithopinis is on it, hence the name ornithopinis. It's common sense, really. For instance, as well, there, that one's longipinis, and that's a tetra. That's African-like. I'll have a look at that. I'd like that. Stuff like that always intrigues me. And being the geek I am, I prefer to use the scientific Latin names as opposed to the common name, because a lot of African species don't have a common name. Well, a lot of shell dwellers. Yeah, it must be, because I've seen it before and I've never said no, and you just popped up with Lucipinis. And I'm like, is that a coincidence? Yeah, most plecos do. Longipinis. Yeah, it's the long fin, known as the long fin something. That's exactly why it's got that name. The Brachyconolatices. 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 It's a mouthful. Evening, John. And they've kind of, so basically, in a way, on some, depending what fish it is, they've put the interest in that. Geeking out now. I love it. Synodontis brachadi, both named after people. So, if they're named, would that tell you that the Synodontis brachadi and the brachadi not only was they named after people, there was probably found in the same estuary or lake, whichever estuary. Mine about. Sometimes I doubt my own head. Mr. Brachadi. Ah, right, okay. Right. The Shultadini. And the T. Shultadini. Yeah. What is it you're actually studying then? Obviously, yeah. What does the name go by, obviously? Is it freshwater? I can't even see it. Is it ick or ish? Ethology. Ecology. Ichthology. You can tell spelling's not my strong point. Lots of morphology. I wish some plecos wasn't messed with. Oh, the Ichthyosaurus. Yeah. Read it. So what's right? Ich. Sounds German. Germans probably came up with ichthology. Cool. Ichthy. So you're schooling me here. Carry on. Ich, yeah. Not ch. Ich. Ich liebe dich. Ich habe einen Bruder, ich habe zwei Schwestern, ja? Sprechen Sie Deutsch. I'm a geek. I was born. I'm England. I was born in a British Army hospital, but I was born in Germany. I was born in Osnabrück, and then we moved to Paderborn. Then we lived in Hong Kong, then Cyprus, then Portugal, then back to England. My dad was in the army, so back then wherever my dad went, my mum went, so we went. Not that I remember it, little bits. I remember bits of Portugal, I don't remember any of Germany or Hong Kong. Yeah, it's surprising how many of them did. Yeah, I was born in Osnabrück. Got a British passport, like. Whereas my sister, one of my sisters, was born in Hong Kong, and she had an absolute nightmare getting a British passport because it wasn't a British hospital. I don't know, back then when you was born in Hong Kong, you could be classed as a citizen. I think all those who lived in Germany are coming back. Yeah. It is. There's still army, there's still the army, British Army barracks and NATO in Paderborn. It's a really big facility. Hello Aaron, welcome in. I've got the filter running. Got me big. Yeah, I had a bit of a leak. I've got some new tubing. Now it's running. I just want to see how it goes. Salisbury. I've lived in Wiltshire as well. We lived in the barracks in Wiltshire. It's the Oase Biomaster Thermo. It's got a built-in heater and it's got a built-in like pre-filter. So rather than as opposed to cleaning the full filter all the time, as long as you do every other time the pre-filter, the main filter stays pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with it. As I say, it didn't cost me now. I did a deal with Glenn at GB Shrimp, who you've seen on here. He came up yesterday, did some video in, took some shrimp, took some isopods. Well, in fact, he took nearly all the isopods. And some other bits and bobs. Oh, you got a new tank. And a new tank. You've got the fish bug. Aldershot, that's the one. The Aldershot barracks. Aldershot. Is Aldershot still going now, Rebecca? Because my dad was based there. In fact, I think it was the Aldershot my mum and dad got married. Oh, he's looking at one. Whatever tank it is, let me know and I'll tell you if it's a yay or nay, because I've had most and I know what's good and what in. Like, you can probably get a full setup tank for half the price as what a shop would sell it at. Farnborough, yeah. Yeah, Aldershot. Aldershot was an army barracks. Well, It was in go. This was 1986. So I'd have been 6 years old. Oh, the superfish. You can't go wrong with superfish tanks, and I'll tell you why. They're just a really good scapey tank, and they're made with your up to white glass. So you just get less iron in the glass basically. They just look a bit more nicer. You did your driving test. Sometimes wish I'd done my driving test, but I went down the wrong path, shall we say. And now I'm not past it, but if I was behind the wheel, I'd kill someone. Not with my driving, with my road rage. I'm a passenger rager. The superfish. Now I don't. Them little hob filters aren't the best, in my opinion. It's the one thing what lets it down. But the superfish lights are good as well. I do rate the superfish light because it's Kelvin's pretty good for what you pay. The superfish are a seamless seal as well. Yeah, they back up on themselves, don't they? If you don't clean them, shame, they back up on themselves. So what I do, I have hob filters here, and these are Aquel. They never back up on themselves. All they are is no sponge. Literally, it's just media or crushed coral. Because what happened one time when I had the sponge filter in it, it was only about, I put a thing on the inlet, extra sponge. So that takes most of the shit before it even gets there. Because otherwise you end up with it running down the tank. Like I did. And I thought my tank was leaking. Oh, you have a little bit of cash off. Even after I clean them, they're still the same. I take all the insides out. I have another hob filter. I don't run them away. I have them with the cartridges. They're shit then. Like, you should never have filter floss in a hob filter because it's just asking for trouble. Right, let's see how this is going. You see, now that's finger what? Look how calm that is. That's the look I might go for. I'm filling it to about here. Just testing it. Silent. Gotta say, it's silent filter. As far as canisters go. Christian Sainville. Hello. Welcome in. Yeah, hobs are just drama. 100%. They should call them the drama filter. I learned by taking all the guts out of the hob filter, you can make them more efficient. No, because windows open all the way through the year, and in the winter time I run a dehumidifier. I don't run my dehumidifier in spring and summer. Can't go wrong with sponge filters. I have a modified one here, like this is a double sponge with a power head on. Just little modification. Works so efficient. Basically that's what runs this tank. It's full tank. In fact, these, I've got loads here. I have bits of everything. Yeah, is it? Yeah. Worked pretty good. But no, condensation wise, I don't. And my room in winter, because of the heat off my air pump, I've got two air pumps, one to this side and one to this side. And the heat what they gives off, keeps my room about 21 degrees. That's when I do start using heaters. At the moment, I'm running at 25 Celsius. My shrimp aren't so pleased, but they're still alright. I like modifying filters as well. I'll always find it's like I drilled because I got it off going second hand. All the pre-filter has like a tube running down it with loads of little 4mm holes, and that's what sucks the water in. So I've turned the 4mm hole into an 8mm hole, and the water capacity going through it actually increased the filter. So it's like this. It's like the pre-filters restricting the flow a little bit. Can you get a shout out, please? Shout out to Christy in Saintville. Respect. I don't think I've ever had to do a shout out. I reckon it's Amazon Prime. Most welcome. Never had to do one before, but glad you approve. It's a female. She's got eggs. You can see them. I just need to put a tube in there. Put the tubes in there, and they'll breed. If I don't put their caves in their tubes, they don't breed. I've bred a lot last year, so I was like, I'm not breeding them this year. Plus she still needs to, even though she's got eggs, she still needs to grow about another inch. I've seen people breed them that size and I'm not a big fan. I don't have any fans. I have friends. Oh, you're from the Bahamas? Nice. What a country. Paradise. Thank you. Guys, I've got a fan. Thank you. Is that what you do? I've always been into fish, even as a young kid. My fish passion comes from my parents. My parents had fish in the 1980s when I was a child. You have a pond, nice. See, I'm in the UK, so we don't have the climate where we can have a pond. Well, we can have a pond, but we can only have your koi, stuff like that. We can't have the more exotic stuff outside because of our climate. Right guys, those of you that are still here, I'm going to be calling this an end to the video. You are. So I am going to say goodbye and God bless, and I shall speak to you all soon. Bye, guys.